I am getting my incense going. It is not wanting to burn. I don't know why. So today we're in the second house. The second house is about value. It's the house of value. Give me a second. I'm going to burn that behind me. And I also found these cards because these are awesome too. Because these are like, I haven't pulled these cards out in forever. They were ones I got like over a year ago. Sometimes things that I get lost, but the universe like sent me all these downloads, and so I went and did all this crazy stuff around here and got a little more organized. I pulled out some of that Virgo energy a little more, and I kicked it in full gear yesterday actually. So I got some stuff put together and it was awesome. So let's talk about this second house of value. Second house of value has to do with your, when you think about it, we think about it's your relationship with the material abundance. And actually, I wanted to go over one thing. When I'm talking about the houses, I am talking about what those houses stand for. I'm not talking about like I think I talked about Aries, because Aries is, we start out with Aries as one. I referred back to that, kind of like number two would be Taurus, and I can refer to some of the things of Taurus, the characteristics of Taurus that are kind of like the first house. It's, Taurus does like its creature comforts, if I want to talk about Taurus, but I'm talking about the second house. So we are talking about things in the second house. And again, it's our relationship with material abundance, your emotional security, your self-worth, how you value things, financial matters, how you bring in money, how you're making money. It's those types of things, okay? And so we are going to do some on this. So we're going to do, again, 5-card spread. My 5 cards I have: how do I value myself? How do I value my family? How does my family value me? What affirms affairs? What affirms my self-worth, my relationship with money, and what patterns around value need my attention? So, again, this is general, so it may not resonate with you. You know what? You can say that first card that comes out, how do I value myself? That card could be for me, or it could be for some random person in Australia, or it could be a random person in Brazil. I'm just picking countries and cities and places all over the world. So, okay. It does not have to go with you. And if it does, awesome. If it doesn't, just let it flow. Say, I'm enjoying Tony's time. All right, let's get started. I'm going to, the universe said I want you to get started. So we're going to do 3 at the top. I guess I'm not laying because they're flying, cards are flying out of me. Yeah, like I said, the cards are flying out of me. I'm just going to put them out as they come, because that's what they want. So there we go. I was just about to ask the question. Wow, couple 5s there. So I think there needs to be some change in the second house, evidently, because 5s are about changes. Can be about conflict. The good thing is all we have is minor arcana sitting on table. So this stuff can be changed easily. It could be something in your mindset. It could be something in how you save money. It could be any of those things. So there we go. When I ask, I get it. Ooh. Oh, I was going to unreverse that, but it didn't want me to. you know, I do not usually read reversals. Reversals is something, King of Swords. Okay, so when I first started, yes, I read reversals. I'm gonna take 30 seconds to tell you this. When I first started, yes, I read reversals. Then I got into, I don't think I'm gonna read reversals anymore. I don't want to. And then it turned into, you know what? Yeah, I can read reversals. Yeah, I don't want to read reversals. You know what? Whatever the universe tells me. If the card, I set the intention, I'm not reading reversals. But if it's forced on me from my guides, from spirit, I will read them, and I know, and it's just a knowing that I have that I'm supposed to read them that way. Okay, because I see every card as having a positive and a negative, and when you read intuitively, you can sense when it's, like this Three of Pentacles is a great card, but you can sense when it's supposed to be on the negative aspect of it all. Okay? All right, so let's look at how we value ourselves. How do you value yourselves? I think, well, this five, it's like, I think it's, the Five of Wands is, yes, it's a conflict card, and it's like going, I feel like this is yourself, and I don't feel like this one's a, sometimes it can be a rough, you can find a rough Five of Wands, and sometimes you can find just a, it's not that rough, and this is not that rough. To me, it's saying you go back and forth how you feel when it comes to money, or how you value yourself. It's like, the friendly banter you have within yourself, like, I could do better, or I don't need to, I don't need to spend that. Like, sometimes you go back and forth in your head, and it's basically friendly banter that you're having back and forth with yourself in your mind about how you value yourself. Okay? Like, I'm not worth it, or yes, you are. I am worth it. So it's kind of like that. Next, we have how does my family value? Yeah, that's a good one. It's a Three of Pentacles. They see you as wanting to work together, build this beautiful foundation, making sure things are taken care of, and everyone's doing their part. And, you know, I'm doing my work, that person's doing their work, this person's bringing in and doing their work. So that's how your family sees it. They see you as someone who wants to, work together and learn and grow and just collaborate with the family as a whole when it comes to this, when it comes to financial matters, when it comes to self-worth, when it comes to just the all around the energy around that. Okay. Next, we have what affirms your self-worth. This is awesome because yes, it is that Five of Cups where you have those past regrets. But if you look at this, these cups are sideways. So it's kind of like you can affirm your self-worth because you know the things that you've done in the past and you're okay with it. I feel like with those cups being knocked over and you looking at them saying, okay, yeah, I can look at the past and I can see where I did not value myself, where I did not pour into myself, and I did not, again, with the second house, I didn't take care of myself when it came to financial matters or my material wealth. I didn't, the personal resources where I brought in money, or and this one's about self-worth, so how I saw myself and I valued myself. And you could look at the past and see where you did not show up for yourself. And I feel like since they're turned this way, it's something in the past. I did have some cups up and some cups spilled, I would say it's like reflecting back, but you're reflecting too much in the past. And this one's saying, how to reflect in the past, and you're like, okay, those cups were spilled. That's how it was. I'm done with that. It is a pretty dark card, but it's saying that I feel that this energy is that you can reflect on that, or it's saying you need to. Okay. So this reversal that showed up, your relationship with money, okay, so we have the Eight of Swords, and we know with eights, it's like you feel like you're trapped. Money has you trapped, right? And if we're reading this, I was going to say internal energy. Yeah, if you're reading this as an internal energy, you're inside. It feels like you feel like you can't do anything because money has you trapped. But I feel like parts of those, I also feel like it's dropping because the universe wanted that to be, because that internal energy would sit like this. Like, but then again, it's like you can crawl right underneath it. But then again, it's saying you're learning how to drop this, to let these swords drop. And these swords are mentally, these are mental blocks when it comes to your relationship with money. Like going, I'm saying like a lot today. Wow, damn it, Tony. Um, so a lot of times you have to do, like I've done it before. I've done it a lot of times actually, where you have to do a money mindset and do a whole overhaul of your money mindset. And the money mindset is a thing. It's that whole thing of how you, where you were taught, always hearing money doesn't grow on trees. No, it does not grow on trees, but also it's the way you think about it. Is one thing when you're paying your bills and you do have money and you're paying your bills, are you saying, you know what, thank you so much, universe, for letting me be able to pay my bills and have the money to do this? Do you have that? Or is it, damn it, I can't pay this bill. I got to pay this bill. These are, are you having those worries about it, making you, cling on to things and not just letting things flow? I know when I do my monthly bills and I have my little flow chart, and I will show you. I got it's right here. It's in this little drawer. I have a freaking, see, I brought it out. I have a budget. I go through that stinking chart every couple weeks because paydays. And I go through it and I go through the chart, and guess what? I'm thankful and I have gratitude through it. I don't dread doing it. And that's that. Okay, it's like letting that drop, coming to a different place when it comes to money, your relationship with money. All right, last one. What patterns around value need my attention? King of Swords. Being very truthful, cutting through any lies that you tell yourself, that anyone else tells you, or anyone else says to you about what you're worth, what your value is. Also, any patterns you have when it comes to money. Again, are you able to, what mindset do you have? Or are you overspending? All of those things, being very truthful with yourself, because this King of Swords is about, cutting the cord of all the bull crap, and saying, okay, let me get to the truth of the matter. What is the truth of the matter? How do I spend money? Or how am I thinking about money? Or how do I value myself? How do I see myself? Do I talk down about myself? Do I say things that I'm not, I'm not valuable? So cutting down the truth and seeing the truth and really recognizing and mastering it, because the king is a master. So mastering this skill as well. So that was a lovely reading. I know I said like a lot, and I probably will do it again, but that's okay. Again, because I'm okay with that. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, you can like it and comment below and tell me something that maybe clicked with you. Have a wonderful day.